Willkommen in der Kolonie, Baby.
Alright, my fellow convicts all over the world, it's me, Vertigo, and I've got some news for you. So yesterday, Kai Rosenkranz, one of the original developers of Gothic, and also the composer of Gothic, who's also working on the remake, came to the official Gothic Discord yesterday and shared some information. So, we might get some long-awaited material to look at, and it is not screenshots this time. Isn't that fascinating? Before we go on, I tell you a few dates. One is the THQ Showcase, which will happen on the 2nd of August, and the Gamescom, starting at the 21st of August and lasting 4 days. This all happens in Cologne, the Gamescom, that is. So, then he told us that a new podcast will be released before Gamescom, but we don't know if it hits the internet before or after the showcase. So, and then we were talking a little bit about the footage. Kai was asking the people in the chat if the following footage would be considered actual gameplay footage under following conditions. First, the player character running around in the world doing his thing, no scripted events, no additions. Second, the player character is controlled just like the player would do. Third, nothing is staged or modified. Fourth, the UI is not visible. And fifth, sometimes a more theatrical approach will be shown, meaning different camera angles as a storytelling device. And most people in the chat consider this to be actual gameplay footage, and I'm one of them. So, apparently those camera perspectives can be recreated with cheats, which is very good news for content creators like me. And does it mean that the Marvin mode will return? Well, we need to wait and see about that. But regarding the UI, we have got some more information. It will be most likely shown at the Gamescom, and, very important, will be just as minimalistic as in the original, at least in the game phases when you are, running around, exploring, fighting, etc. But we will see quite some changes to the UI during trading, crafting, looting, and so on. These obviously are much needed changes because, let's be honest, trading and so on was very janky in the original game. But it is a step into the right direction, and I really cherish the idea of going back to the minimalistic roots because modern gaming is just littered with UI. I want to see the game and not some weird compasses or mini-maps or, I don't know, character windows. I don't care about that. I want to see the game. And with that, I think we got some good news. Then somebody asked about the Sleeper Temple, and Kai sounded very excited and told us that he was very emotional upon seeing it and had to praise the other developers immediately. The Orc Temple soundtrack, just like the others, will most likely be extended, but Kai also said that one piece of music isn't enough for this place. So if you haven't heard about this, Kai is going to recreate the old soundtrack, but what he does, he takes the original track and then he's going to expand on it. So the original track that he is inspired by will be about a third, if I remember correctly, of the whole song, and then the rest is like a variation of it, and then the other third will be a completely new sound to this one piece of music that we haven't heard. So, then there is me asking silly questions about a Gothic Remake expansion pack, and we obviously got a very diplomatic answer to that, which is completely understandable. The guys need to focus, and I get that totally. But wouldn't it be super interesting for an X-Pack if some ideas from the cancelled sequel would be taken into consideration? Obviously, you need to apply many adjustments to that, because the story implications wouldn't work with a potential Gothic 2 remake. So that is just us, the community, asking questions to Kai. Kai, if you see this, We are all thankful that you granted us another great visit, and this kind of communication is really what we need, not just for the Gothic Remake. I think in general, more developers getting in touch with the fans. It's really nice to move together on a human level and not just, have the corporate forefront of these games, and it's like this faceless entity. It's a very, very nice thing to experience, and it makes us, or at least me, feel being a part of it and to interact with these guys is just very, very fun. And these are the very short Gothic news, the remake news. Once we get the podcast, I think I will do another episode on that one as well. But for now, I thank you all. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I'm sweating my ass off, and I'm going back into the shadows. Goodbye.